Hey guys, so this is another still good video. This time is for Samuel, and ever since this guy was released, he has been a powerhouse in damage. However, recently he has been buffed above to what he already has. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that. And now you're actually able to get him to +5 in events. I got him a +0, and now I have a +5. So yeah, it's very possible to get him upgraded. So anyhow, let's talk about his skill here. Slow speed, usually pretty bad, but with him it's not really that bad. Deals 640% damage to the target enemy. This amount of damage is insane. That's a very high amount of damage, especially for a hero like this. Additionally, deals 240% pure damage to... yeah. Okay, this is pretty insane right off the bat, guys. In PvP battles, the pure damage equal to 24% of the enemy's max HP. So, if you don't know what pure damage is unaffected by any damage increase buffs, the enemy's defense, or damage reduction effects. So yeah, that is going to be straight up pure damage directly to the enemy. However, I have noticed that pure damage does not bypass shield, so that is something you have to take into account when using this guy for sure. Now, he has a passive. For each ally of the same color on the team, including the caster increases attack by 6%. Up to 30%. So in other words, if you're using him on a green team, you're gonna get this 30% attack right off the bat. It's undispellable, it's static, it's pretty cool stuff, guys. So let's talk about his awakenings real quick. +1 increases attack by 10% when casting skill up to 50%. So the more you use him, the more attack he has, the more damage he's gonna do pretty much. This guy gets buffs everywhere pretty much in this situation. Increases attack, defense, and max HP by 10%. Pretty much the usual 10% for 2. Now, Awakening +3 increases metagame by 50% for 3 turns when casting a skill. This is why I said that even though he's slow, it doesn't really important for him. If you have him +3, he'll be able to go off faster than some average speed hero. So yeah, this is an incredibly powerful ability for him right off the bat there. The +4 is the usual 10%. And the +5, they actually upgraded this as well. When dealing skill damage, each buff on the caster deals extra 75% pure damage. In PvP, the extra pure damage equal to 5% of the enemy's max HP, up to 5 stacks. So at this time, we're besides the 25% that we're getting from his skill, we're getting possibly 25 additional % on top of that. As I said, as long as the enemy has the shields broken. Very important stuff, guys. So let's take him to a sprint real quick. And which better way to actually test him out than on Titan and Inferno level? Yeah, he's pretty cool, guys. Let's check it out real quick here. So let's show him off real quick here. So let's see, let's speed it up. We just need the good amount of mana here. And see, as you can see, Samuel heals, since he's slow, he's going to be slower than these guys. So let's see if we can actually activate him here with his abilities. Let's see how many. We have the crit chance, defense, crit chance. Okay, so pretty much the usual stuff with a green team. We're not getting a good amount of... Alright. So now we're going to activate Miranda. Now we were able to get the attack buff here. So 100%, 60% crit chance, crit damage. So 90% crit chance and the attack here. However, when we activate him, this is when we actually get the buff for 50% mana gain. Super important for him. And the attack, we got a little bit more attack from his awakening here. So 13,000 attack. So let's give it a little bit higher here. Alright. Alrighty. Now let's kill these guys here. So as you can see, he's getting his mana back a lot faster than before. Let's see if we can kill this guy. We did not, because it is shielded in that situation. So you have to take that into account when you're actually using this guy. If the enemy is shielded, you're gonna have problems. So you have to bring a good shield cleaner. Chloe's a shield cleaner in my situation. But if you want to actually do more damage, you need to actually get a hero that actually breaks the shield in that situation. Alright, let's see what we got here. Breaking shield, breaking shield. Let's see how hard we can heal him this time. So we do have a good amount of attack. Yeah, now we're in 16,000 in attack. Very high damage, guys. Let's see. 173,000 K. Look at those little shots in the in the end there. Those specifically are the pure damage that we were talking about a second ago. So pretty much the guy's dead now. Let's see. Alrighty. Pretty much the stones killed him there. So very nice, guys. So let's see how much damage. He did more damage than Felia here, which is actually impressive. I don't have him as upgraded as Felia with her weapon +3 and all that good stuff. So seeing that is actually pretty impressive. So single target, he's definitely doing a lot more damage than Felia. And Chloe, come on, Chloe, I have her upgraded like everywhere, even in badges. So yeah, very impressive stuff, guys, in that situation. So the next thing we're going to talk about, Samuel, is the main thing you have to take into account is before you actually use him on the attack on PvP, you have to make sure to break the shield first. And once you break the shield, you'll be able to bring him in and do a bunch of damage. So excellent heroes to actually do this is as I mentioned, Chloe, in that situation, she'll eliminate shields, but the actual shield breaker is Karma. Karma with her weapon at +1 will break shields, and this will open the door for Samuel to do a lot of damage in PvP. These are some examples of me using him in my secondary green team without any shield breakers, because I don't have Karma with her weapon +1, but soon I will have. But it always, every single time it's the same result. He does so much freaking damage on his own without help of actual other heroes that actually raise the attack, and he's going to, yeah, he's going to produce so much damage. It's not even funny, guys, in that situation. So I definitely, if you have Samuel, yeah, you gotta get this guy a +5 for sure. Even if you have Chloe and other heroes that do a bunch of damage in green, yeah, he's going to do so much damage. It's not even funny, guys, for sure. And if you upgrade his badges, this is what you actually get. 20% attack right off the bat is freaking amazing. However, with the 9 badges, 50% additional attack to that, yeah, that is pretty freaking insane in that situation. But I really don't recommend you guys to get the 9 5-star badges for any hero, by the way, because I've seen a few of my friends trying to get these 9 badges, and when they actually finally get the badge, they're going to get duplicates of one of these things, like strength, defense, and HP. So it's very frustrating and and also very expensive to do. So I highly recommend just getting the first one for all your heroes. That's what I'm doing anyway, and it's working out for me pretty well, because the first ones are pretty powerful and do make a lot of difference when you're actually doing these. So for weapons, let me show you his weapon real quick here. So his weapon for him is freaking amazing for him, because it's gonna give 100% attack for him specifically. However, when you actually give the weapon to someone else, it's like 50% attack is not really impressive, not something to write home about in that situation, if you know what I mean. So if you really want to get a weapon for him specifically, that is good. That's a good weapon for him. However, when you're actually getting these weapons and things like that, it's good to think, am I able to use this weapon with other heroes on defense, on the attack? So this weapon, Lupita's weapon, is by far one of the best weapons that you can actually choose on the SAR event in that situation. And this is an amazing weapon for Samuel as well, because this stacks 3 times is going to give you 60% crit chance once it stacks 3 times here. And with Chloe, it's self-explanatory. It's going to get 90% crit chance and 60% crit damage. Very, very powerful option for any hero that does damage with strength heroes. However, you are able to give him the whip in that situation. If you really think that you really need the whip, you can. But remember that he is a slow hero until he actually activates. When he activates, he's going to get a lot more faster in that situation. In fights that you think that he needs a lot of, he's going to die or he's going to take a lot of damage, you could possibly add in Gunnulf's weapon in that situation. And this weapon for Malfoy is pretty good because it does have a good amount of attack here. But it's more for protecting him more than anything in that situation. You could use Roaring Hammer, or in other words, the Snake Hammer, if you don't have any better weapons, because this will give you 60% attack once this stacks 3 times here. So that's a good option for him for sure. So yeah, I think those are all the weapons that I would recommend for him to actually use in that situation. And if you don't have a better option to actually hold, you can put him the stone weapon in case you don't have Miranda in your team in that situation. So he's not going to do as much damage, but he will be creating stones at the beginning of the fight. So yeah, lots of options for him actually when you're actually choosing weapons here. But by far my best recommended weapon is, yeah, Lupita's weapon for sure. It does a lot of damage for a bunch of heroes. So if you have Samuel, get him to +5. There's no excuse not to. If you don't have him, yeah, sooner or later he will be offered on the hero shop, and when they do, you better get him, guys. This is a very, very powerful green hero, and I'm actually surprised that they actually buffed him even more than what he had before. So yeah, that is that is a lot of scary stuff, guys. So yeah. Alright guys, if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you think I made a mistake, please leave it in the comments and we'll talk about it. Alright, thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.